Alrighty. Gonna get back into some Surrounded. We have all of our cool vehicles and everything. We have... that's an abandoned camp. That's an abandoned camp. Abandoned camp. What?
You loaded up on Twitch.
Oh, good. I think we're gonna go for this larger one, this primary infestation. Let's go try and clear that out. What's my ammo looking like? 18 shotguns. Oh, 45? Yeah, that's 45.
I'll take 18 shotguns.
11,308. Oof. We might want to start scavenging a bit first. What do you mean you'll take 18 shotguns?
I wouldn't mind owning 18 shotguns.
Oh. I was like, is that some kind of innuendo that's just going over my head, or?
No. I meant it literally.
Missed my turn. There we go. We're on the right track now. It's a shame. Like, apparently, I looked it up, and in Project Zomboid, you can actually make it so that you can clear the map of zombies. But I am a big fan of the third-person, like over-the-shoulder sort of view, over top-down view. Oh, there's another vehicle we can get if we want. What is that? Okay, that's the like shipyard area that we're trying to find, so we found it. It is a shipyard. No, it's a lumber yard. That's cool. Well, 9mm. And some more medical supplies. A couple of bandages. Look over there, nothing. Okay. I'm sorry, I think it's cool that they put in stuff like this. Like, I'm sure most people would have thought just put in a bunch of houses, like abandoned houses and stuff like that, call it a day. How many people think, let's put in a lumber yard and like a ship that's run aground? You know? I like that. The big motel that I went through that obviously had some kind of like military response stationed in it, but then it got overrun anyway. Where are you? Somebody was causing the music to go. Viewer. Alright. Now, I think the only little detail that you would want when it comes to places like this is you would want the majority of the zombies to look like they used to work here. Some that look like they didn't, because obviously some of the zombies came in and started biting and, you know, turning the workers. But you definitely want people who kind of fit the area's theme. So you want like hard hats, safety vests, you know. Again, early access, there's still time to kind of like tweak what spawns and what doesn't. It just adds to the atmosphere. But that, like that hotel just had tons of little stories in it. From the way like bodies were set up and left. Okay, I don't want to go into that part yet. Let's stay here on this side and clear this half out. Make sure 308. So that. Let's go ahead and fill our bellies. Consume. Consume. Apparently the MREs have to be like some of the best food that you can get. I still need to start gathering stone so I can make a campfire and cook this meat. Hunting rifle. Tools cabinet. Where'd that go? Rip. Grab this. Grab this. A bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and get this tools cabinet. Okay. Yeah, because it's something I can bring in place in the base. Wow, okay. Yes, you just get that. Cash that. That was a crawling exploder, and I'm just like, no thank you. I don't need the randomness of crawler hits combined with an exploder. Let's get this runner to aggro. Nice, nice. Splint. Okay. It's like the graphics may be like polygonal and stuff like that, but they have a lot of attention to detail. Oh, this is a large toolbox, whereas mine's almost full. But mine takes up 2, while that one takes up 4. Let's see, hold on. Thought I heard something. Alright, let's open this up. And then open this up. This is a 3 by 6. This is a 5 by 7. So this is a lot more. We'll go ahead and transfer it over. Nails, rope, some glue. There we go. Nice. He just can't. He's like, I turned the corner and he was on me. Oh, shoot. Should have shot him. Didn't notice he was an exploder until it was too late. But like, even though it's polygonal, it's like all this is like actual stuff, you know? This is one of those like big like this moves ships. That right there goes into the water. You bring a ship over it and then you lift the ship out of the water. Well, not ships, boats. Ships are much more difficult. Rock. And like, yeah, these are kind of all... I like that they were marked for different things. They clearly made like several different versions of each so that they could stack them and they wouldn't be too repetitive. Just little details, you know? Little details that make you appreciate this stuff. Can't climb that ladder. Can you climb the other one? No? Okay. That'd be a cool place to kind of set up a camp, you know? Just build across that. I could probably still do it. I would just have to have a ton of materials nearby. Chop chop. There we go. Nothing. Two at once. Oh, nice. Oh. That there. That there. There we go. More 308. Let's ninja strike. Shoot, I accidentally whistled. Okay, nothing saw me. Concrete mixer. Got something smoking over here. It's a car that I can salvage for some... whatever I'm trying to think of.
Looks like it's not me.
Not yet, anyway, right?
Right. I have another hour to go.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I just want to make sure I'm not needed at work before I partake in it. I am a responsible user.
This guy seems to have gotten stuck. Whoa! Why am I... Okay, there we go. I was like... I wasn't allowed to swing my weapon. Oh! Where'd you come from? Come in here. Inspect and search the shelving unit. Got a little something there. Some gunpowder. Remember, we have to keep in mind that there is a primary infection in here somewhere. Go into the boat in a second. Ammo container. Let's see some 308, 45, and shotgun. Nothing. Okay. Rip that. I'm on a boat, and
No, I'm not being nice to you. You ignored me.
me?
No, Bishop.
Oh,
And the rat.
see nothing on the boat. Oh, there's a big boy there. Over here. Number 2. Reload, please. Get wrecked, nerd. Ooh, he had some stuff. The exterminator site. Another flashlight, so that's good. There you are. Ninja slice.
Oh, man.
What?
Apparently they had done a remix Mist of Pandaria. I would
Yeah.
love to do that. I love Pandaria.
That was the first one.
Man.
Well, I found one of the things. Okay, well, let's go ahead and... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reload. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Wait, that was it? That's all I... Oh my gosh, that's all I had? Well, shoot. we go. Whoa! Whoa! Where the fuck did they even come from? They weren't making any noise. Well, it's a good fucking thing I have my shit ready. Holy shit. They made zero noise. They were just like, oh, we're here now.
It just came up on my screen what happened.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like, they were just like, oh.
Yay, maintenance is over. But they screwed something up in their authentication server, so half the people, their characters don't show up. I'm one of those people.
Yay. We're only $1 billion company, people. We can't do everything.
I'm gonna go shower. I'm so upset.
I'm sorry. Man, that upsets me. Made zero noise. Just gonna have to pull in behind my truck. Tow that vehicle. Open storage. Give myself a little bit of that. Yeah, 40 rounds. I'll be able to do this with 40 rounds. Still very dumb, though. Alright, so equip, equip, equip. Drop, equip, equip. Rip. This is going to go into the new toolbox. This is going to hang out right here. Or I can do this. Do that. Okay, we have everything that we had. upsetting. The Barrett M82 magazine. Some MREs. That's about it. Nothing too spectacular. Alright, anything in the helicopter? Yeah. We got another big zombie here. Well, not a big zombie, sorry. Crawler here. Oh! Woo! Ooh. We got 2 crawlers. Concrete. Well, at least we know where to go if we ever want concrete. We just come over to this place. We already got one of those. We got 60, some boards. Gotcha. It's right there. Okay. Got all that. Is that the big one, or is that a smaller one? That's supposed to... Is that supposed to be a smaller one? Secondary infestation, yeah. That's what they're saying. Alright. I'm gonna let these guys come up on us. Come on, everybody get up here. I know you're all waiting. I'm gonna do a little bit further like that. Getting a little too close for my own comfort, but not a bad way to clear them out. Seven more shots. Not sure how that one just randomly appeared to run up on me, but you know what? It's what it is. Alright, let's prepare ourselves to take out the big one. Cigarettes. Unnecessary. So the big one's 2,500. Open space, and I don't like that. I'm gonna try this. Okay. And then come over here. Just keep chucking them. And bam. Got it. Now I have to just wait for all these other zombies to appear and swarm me. Because that is the general goal. There's more than y'all. I know there is. Keep it up. I know there's more. This is kind of why I make these, actually. Starting to die. Ooh, that might... Oh, yep. I was about to say that might have been too close. Shoot. Where's this guy? There we go. It's just getting him straight in the head every time. As he pops his head up almost exactly when we need to reload. Nice. And we'll toss this right here. Nice. Not too shabby. Credits. Love seeing credits. Like that. More shotgun shells. Gotta love it. Got that. Oops. Is that a grenade? It was a grenade. She died in the truck. These two guys over here. All right. Not bad. We got another Lecce suppressor. Eventually we're gonna find the Lecce. Eventually we're gonna find it. It's Colonel's Revenge. Go ahead and consume that. Grab that. Rip that. I haven't done any fishing. I have a fishing rod too, and I just have not done any fishing. I'm curious to see how it works out for me. I guess it would probably behoove me to have a place to cook any fish that I catch, right? First. Oh, we got ourselves a exploder. Ninja death? Over here and chop. Nice. Is that something? No. Bloop. Ooh, nice car repair part. Got to love that. Oops. Okay, here we go. Something, something, little that. I don't really need all this. I don't need these. I wish you could break them down for parts. Some lighting, never a bad thing. Let's keep going. Go around this way. Guess we may as well go up and down the aisles till we get back to the other area. Where did you come from, man? Like, I've killed dozens of things around here, and you're just like, yeah, I was still here. I just didn't feel like participating, I guess. Just didn't feel like it. Chop, chop, chop. Wacha, wacha. Cha, cha, cha. I do wish there was like a kind of shared inventory so you could kind of pass things over to different playthroughs. It's like, yeah, I've gotten this legendary thing so many times. Let me just pass it on over to one of my playthroughs that hasn't. Something like that, you know? That'd be a nice little thing. That way you're technically never wasting a drop if you don't want to. Is he coming for me? Yeah, he is. Okay, he was actually going for me. Good for you, dude. I'm proud of you. You actually saw me and went for it. I like the initiative. I appreciate the initiative. I don't appreciate what the initiative was for. You know, killing me, eating me. But doesn't mean I don't respect the hustle. Yeah.
Cash, you might want to move. I will sit on you, Titan.
Let's go.
Titan, just let me sit on him.
It's nice. What's he gonna do when he wants up?
Oh, I got him up.
Oh, okay.
Because he was just laying there, like, everything's fine.
He said, joke's on you, that's my kink.
Oh, God.
Do you regret sitting on him now?
No.
John, hello! I am playing Surround Dead. It is a open world sandbox zombie survival game where you play alone trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. How are you doing today, John? Hopefully you're doing fantastic. Probably getting ready for work, I'm betting. Oh, you finally were able to log in and get access to your characters. Look at this guy. He's been chasing after me this entire time. Didn't even know it until I heard him. Let me stop to get a drink here. They are over there. Okay, there we go. Apparently you can transfer your characters to standard characters. I just might level a bunch of aliens and swap them over. That's convenient.
Right?
Whoa, what's with the... Oh, my stamina's down. Never mind. It's like, why is my swing so slow? Come on. Here we go.
Hey guys.
Tapria! Long time no see. How you doing? How's your day going? Oh, that's an explodey. May as well hit the runner and the other crawler while I'm at it. Get some of this. John, I'm not sure if you were here for the big discussion, the big Warhammer discussion day before yesterday. But I dropped that the picture in the Discord. It was kind of the result of the Warhammer discussion. What the heck? Why am I in crafting? Oh, it didn't. Oh, that was weird. Did you have any loot? No, you didn't. Okay. Alright, a rehearsal. Girl, you know you don't get paid for that, right? Like, stop. Let somebody else do their work for free. Get off me! Get off my headset! Ah! Dang it! Ah! Dang it, buddy! Stop! Oh. The dog just ran over the headset wire, yanked my head to the side. That was a lot of fun. I'm lying, by the way. That was not fun. Right now I'm clearing out a big lumber yard. It was a primary infestation site. So if I can clear it out, I'll probably have some... I've gotten some good loots from it so far. Medical shelf. Excuse me. We need you to stop trying to take on extra work, Priya, and stop trying to kill yourself by working too much, especially when the work doesn't get you anything. Gotta be really thankful for those katana swings and their speed. 'Cause that guy was like right up on me when I turned that corner.
Oh, they've unlocked more mounts.
What's that?
They've unlocked some more mounts.
That's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mounts are the main thing I want.
What do we got here? Loaded pallet. Good, good. Well, not this. There we go. What's up, buddy? Alright, we've almost completely cleared out this lumber yard. We had one really dumb death, but other than that, it's been pretty solid. That's why I hate crawlers. That's why I hate crawlers. And runners. Because they just bloop right up on top of you. Two books is good. Scavenging. Pickup truck. We're gonna search it, see if we can get anything from it. Some nails. Some small random tools. For those of you interested, Chapter 37 Game of Thrones is now up on YouTube. It's been up on YouTube for about 5-ish minutes now, maybe 11, depending on which clock I'm going by, my computer or my phone. So there's that. Does this other melee? Okay. Not too bad. That's a primary infestation site completely cleared, and it's one of the larger ones as well. That's awesome. Is that a drivable semi-trailer there? Or not trailer, but cab? Find out in a second, I guess. No. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Skills, 0 skill points. Next one's 3, and then the next one's 5. So we're gonna need a total of 8. And then we'll have unlocked every skill. There we go. Alright, now we just run back to the trucks. And, yeah. Head back to the base. Boom, boom, boom. Wait till I get back up to 100 to sprint some more. Go. And there are our trucks. And it has to be trucks because of that one death. That one very silly death. Right, I forgot about this. Hold on. There was another truck. Are you kidding me? Fucking zombie. Alright. Truck hitched. Do we have any kind of ammo or anything? Oh, this guy's... Splints, money, 9. Nothing. Nothing. Actually, that's a vehicle repair shop right there. So there's a better chance than not that it will have something to repair that vehicle. Even though I already have one, never hurts to have more than that. This one had cash money on it. That is an explodey. I don't deal with explodies up close if I can help it. That is another explodey. Same thought process, for the same reason for the reason I shot that one as well. Because why deal with the things that explode in your face when you can let them just die far away from you? Seems like the best idea to me. Tool cabinet. Can I see a repair kit? No. What about you, shelving unit? Will you have a repair kit for me? No. You have a generator. I don't really need these, so I can get that generator. Read. What is this? XP multiplier applied in scavenging skill until level up. Oh, okay. So there's some that just give you a flat XP, and then some that give you an XP bonus and for doing something until you level up again. Alright. Makes sense. Wow, this fog is thick. Look at this.
I know.
That's just pea soup.
It's the mist.
Right? That's all I need now is tentacles and monsters coming out. Okay. They ran into the vehicle as it was moving past them. I'm just kind of coasting along here, trying to avoid the shadowy silhouettes that appear in the fog while still staying on the road. Actually, I can't help this. Hold on. I need to check something. Oh, 45 and... okay. I was lucky with that. Come here. So there's 2 things I need to check, not that. Shoot. Okay, that's a bunch of them. Quick thinking on my part. 12 gauge. Nice. Okay, no. I was trying to see if that ambulance was something I can... Gun store and drug store. Nice. I'm glad I stopped here.
Guns and drugs, the two things that go so well together.
America!
You're not wrong.
Now, if it was a burger joint, there is a diner and a gun store. That was one of the primary infestation points that we cleared out.
Why'd you have to mention burgers?
Huh?
Why'd you have to mention burgers?
I'm just saying, that's more American than drugs and guns.
I know, I want some burger.
Don't we have some?
No.
Thought we did.
No.
Oh. Thought you ordered some.
No, because they're like $20.
How many do we get when... Like, if it's $20, how many do we get?
12, I think?
Oh.
It was worth it when there was a big sale and I got the box for $20.
How much is the box normally?
$35.
How much comes in the box?
I want to say like $30 or $40. I mean, you get like 30 or 40 burgers.
That's... Even for 35, that's good.
I think. I don't remember.
Wow. 3 firearms lockers. And not one of them had anything good in it. Well, this one didn't have anything good in it. Some ammo. Military lockers. Come on, military locker. High tier, high tier. Good, good, good. We got a key card and some ammo. And then medical crate. Okay. That's not the worst return. Go ahead and take this guy down. Did it give me anything worth it? No, but it's okay. It's not like it actually cost me anything to take him down. I got some XP for it, so that's good. I do like how the driving has some kind of physics acknowledged into it. Like I'm going uphill, so it slows me down because I'm hauling vehicles. I'm not even running into these guys, they're running into the trucks. Alright, back to base. Wait, I have to unattach this. Attach that. Okay. Here we go. Repair it. Alright, get that repaired enough to the point where we can bring it in. Do we consider it cheating that I'm using a pre-built building that's already got like walls and stuff like that? Or is it just kind of like we found a good one so we were using it? I didn't even know we had 3. Open storage. Actually, let's go to the other guys first because we're... Open storage. He's got basically everything that we need except... There we go. Open this up. And we'll toss him a couple of these. A couple of these. And some of these. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. All right. Place this right here. Bloop. Don't have any gas cans. Hold on. Put this over here real quick. And that's still going. Okay. There we go. Does it have a flashlight? It does not. So it does now. Cool. Alright, and then we're gonna come back over this way. place the toolbox right back here. I'm gonna take all of this. The boards. Lockpicks are fine to stay in. It's really what we want right here is all of the building materials to $762. Actually, what am I doing? I can just do this. I don't know why I'm screwing around like that. Guess I just want to be dumb. After that, what is this? The Barrett M82. This Colonel's Revenge. Lecce. Colonel's Revenge. Valkyrie. Crusher. Valkyrie. I don't have anything that's 5.56, do I? No. Why am I collecting all this 5.56? 7.62 either. 308, 12 gauge, 45. Valkyrie, Colonels. Guardian, ACOG, Exterminator. Crusher, Survivor, M20. It's 5.56. There we go. I need to get rid of some of these oh shoot. Over here, put this in there, that in there. Okay, very good. Love it. And then the 308 comes back over here. I'm not using this flare. I'm gonna sell the flare and the thing. I'm gonna put everything that I'm gonna sell in this little spot. Right here. Grenades. It's fine. Gabriel, how are you? I'm doing excellent today. Hopefully you are doing good as well. We need to make sure that we have these over in the correct spot. Silencer. Come over here to the trucks. Make sure that everybody's got their... Nope, right there. Couple of gloves, can't hurt. Couple of, oh, you've already got MREs, so you're good there. Do you have your GPS? You do, okay. What about you? What about you? Open storage. Ooh, you've got nothing, man. You've got nothing. Let's start decking you out. Because that's not good. You already got a GPS, so that's fine. 9mm ACOG. You're gonna need that. Okay, you're gonna need that. Over here, you're also gonna need some filters. Just in case. Just finished work. Nice. Overtime hours can get rough, but you know what? If you got through it and you ended up on the right side with a nice hefty paycheck on the other side, can't really complain, can we? Apart from being tired. Do like that. We're also going to put this here. There we go. There we go. We are coming along. Not too much new. Not too much. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but I posted a little Warhammer picture in the Discord. People are enjoying the possibility that it represents. That's the 5.56. More 9.
Stop.
308, 12 gauge, 45. Okay. I take a left out of this, right? Yeah, I take a left. Okay. Are you home for the day and relaxing? Oh, I'm just running into everything with this mist. Hopefully, you are able to just kick back and relax. Hope that for you. I've got to be up a little bit earlier than normal tomorrow. Getting an interview. Oh, weave there, weave there. What the heck? Oh, I went too far. Okay. Can't see nothing because all this mist. Should be kind of pointed at it at this point, right? Yeah. Over, and there we go. Found it. Okay, good. Wandering Trader. What's up, buddy? Trader doesn't have enough money already. Really? It's 300. Oh, okay. What all do you have for me? Doesn't look like you have really all that much. How much cash do I have? 4,075? 4,075 for 40.75. Divided by 15, I could get 270 shotgun rounds. That's a lot of shotgun rounds. Alright. And you should have more than enough to take these. Yep, okay. I want to sell anything else. There's our 100. I can go ahead and sell that. I'm not worried about that too much. Open this back up, make sure this is there. Okay. Sell this magazine. And these grenades. Bring this up to the shotgun. There we go. Painkillers. 25 medical. That's a lot. Oh, you work from home. Okay. That's gotta be nice. Nice, relaxing work from home. Well, I don't know if it's relaxing, but at least it's nice to be able to say, you know, you're where you want to be. How many 308s does he have? 174. If I sell this 9mm and I sell the 5.56, what's this? The 45 brings me back up almost to 1,000. Put my ammo up there. Drop these right here. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and drink. Really? There we go. The truck's right there, but I'm gonna come over here to the water real quick just so I can fill this up. Whoop. Confused myself. Just saw Merida's new picture on Discord. Yeah. That's the whole, I can word. Hold on. That's the Skaven Merida that we were discussing in the stream the other day. Alright, we're going to fill those up, and then we're going to come over here to the medical, back down, and water purification. Actually, it's kind of funny. I'm taking up a whole bunch of room for food and water, but that's all right. That's all right. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. That's going to be... I'm pretty sure that's just going to be her villain story, where she's the bad... Well, everyone's the bad guy, but she's just going for it. Medical airdrop is to my left, and right beside it is a military airdrop, so let's not run this guy over optimally. Man, this mist is killing me. It is just funking up my sense of direction. Something fierce. There we go. That's better. That's better. That one's the Warhammer story is not going to be a first-person story. It's going to be a third-person story, and it's also it's going to jump back and forth between characters. So third-person multi-perspective. A little bit, well, not even a little bit, a lot of it different than what I'm used to writing. And that'll be good for the extra truck that we found. Alright, what else do we got? Shoot, whenever you die, the primary the infestation sites go away. I don't like that. Back up, turn around, bring this back to the base. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of... I think that's going to be one of the most fun stories for Merida that I'll write. But I also... It's going to be one of the ones that she doesn't go... She's not a composite. And by that I mean, she didn't have all the other different powers and stuff like that. She'll probably go in with Stone Sense and Magic, and that's it. Just because those two are more thematically appropriate for a Skaven. Especially a Skaven Grayseer. Alright, drop this there. And then, what else did I grab for this? The pants, right? Yeah. And then... I think that was it. I think it was it, just the pants. We're gonna drop a little bit of that, a little bit of these, and a couple of those. Alright, I'm gonna save real quick. Then I'm going to do this, load game, reload it, so that I can see where the other infestation sites are.
She's a short-stack dummy mommy, and you know it.
King Derper just subscribed. Thank you for following. Hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. We're playing some Surround Dead. Alright, let's find those infestation sites. Okay. Okay. We've got 3 down here. And we've got 2 up here. Do we want to clear out the south? Or... You know what? Let's clear out the north. We haven't gone north very much. So let's clear that out. The crafting is amazing. How you work it out in the plot. Are you talking about, the Skaven's ability to build things? Boo! Boo! We do need to stop at these and try to get some repairs and whatever else I'm trying to think of. possible gas. Oh yeah. Well, like, so Skaven are excellent at crafting, as you said. They can take just about anything and build just about anything once they put their mind to it. And they're cunningly intelligent. They can figure out just about anything if you put it in front of them and give them enough time and motivation. So I think you'll find that once they figure out how this stuff works, it's more a matter of how long will it take them to make functioning versions of whatever they find, because they will reverse engineer a lot of it. And then going in, oh, look at that vehicle repair kit. Love it. But if you're going to go in seeing them, I think the first thing they're going to do is be dropped into a hive city. I think that's probably the best way to go, like dropped into the very bottom base bowels of a hive city. And then once they figure out where they are, it will become more of a... What's the... It'll become more of a horror story for the hive city. People slowly start to go missing. All the little any scouts or patrols that they send down, like at first people aren't gonna care, right? They're not gonna care because the people in the bowels of the hive city aren't anyone important. They're not gonna care about any criminals or anything like that go missing, because that's who lives in the bowels of a hive city. But then, production and work start to suffer because those people aren't there. And that's when the people really start to care. They're going to start to send some law enforcement, some kind of guards or patrols or something like that. Once those don't start coming back, it'll be more apparent that something is going on. More and more people will be sent. More and more people will go missing. By the time they send word for maybe inquisitorial assistance, it might be too late. By the time the Inquisition gets there, the hive city might be dead. Perfectly quiet, silent. Scans will show tons of life, but, moving their kill teams and stuff like that through the city, they'll find absolutely nothing until it's too late. It's because the Skaven don't do open battles if they can help it. I don't even know why I'm killing these guys right here. I just kind of felt like stopping. But I do think it will be an enjoyable story. I'm tempted to say that I could probably start it now and just make it so that it's an open-ended story where there's no... I'm not going for a chapter count. I'm not going for a specific... what am I trying to think of? A specific... That's a bear, and I don't want to have a bear come and bite me. A specific storyline right off the bat. I probably would do it, but like if it gets voted on, it gets a chapter, and it's whatever I feel like focusing on for that chapter. More so than this is what happens next in the chapter. I might, because it might bounce from Merida's perspective to, say, like Serena's perspective to someone else's perspective, like what they're doing in the entire time. Exactly. exactly. Because it's, you know, it depends on how important that city is. Does it manufacture anything that's important to the Imperium? If so, faster response time. If not, slower response time, because you're not that important. And that's just the way the Imperium operates. So they could have tons of time, they could have very little time. It all depends on the priority that the city was given and the, I want to say, gung-ho-ness of the Inquisitor that it's assigned to. Because, like, some Inquisitors, if they're new, maybe, have that, you know, an Imperial world is an Imperial world. They're calling for aid. It doesn't matter. We're sending help. Now, even a new Inquisitor with that mindset might still have to say something like, okay, sure, they aren't super top priority, but, darn. I'm at least going to send someone to investigate and then report back to me. A small strike team that goes into a hive city might actually get missed by the Skaven. You never know. Because hive cities are just massive. Even the Skaven can't be everywhere all at once at a hive city. But, mostly because of the layers. But, I think the big clue, if they were going to investigate a hive city that had gone dark, might be, I'm ripping up this clothing and I forgot that I need to get a set of clothing for that truck. Oh well. Might be that it's not the hive city that's gone dark, it's the entire planet. It's like, it's one thing if a hive city goes dark, so long as that planet is still, you know, paying its inquisitorial tithe, that's something, you know? It's like, okay, they're not really talking with us, but the planet's still paying the tithe, so we don't care. But the moment they stop paying the tithe, and it's a regular thing that they don't pay it, now all of a sudden there's an issue. And we need to figure out why we're not getting what's owed to us. You know? I'm gonna go around that way. Let him run at me so I can have a better chance of hitting this thing. I'm glad I did that, because look, there's two of them right there. Those two. So there's a chance, like, she could have tons of time to establish the Skaven on that planet. There's also a chance that there's a gung-ho Inquisitor that's just like, nah, I gotta go investigate this, I gotta see what's up. Eventually, they're going to send someone to really look into the place, and that's when sparks will start to fly. Come on, zombies. Let's go. And then the big question would probably become something like, if any of the other Fated are familiar with the Warhammer 40k, they would know that something's really wrong because, you know, Skaven aren't in this galaxy. What's going on? Which would mean a new Chaos God has come to the 40k universe, being the Horned Rat, and it shouldn't be here. Can't believe I missed that, dude. So there's something big wrong once you start seeing, that's actually kind of funny to say, because, like, you know something's really bad in the Warhammer 40k universe when the Skaven appear. It's like, oh, they're just a bunch of rat people. No, it's like, stop. I need you to stop and think about, like, what would happen if the Tyranid were mixed with the Orcs. Skaven. You get Skaven. Only, you know, they can use magic. That's what's wrong. Millimeter grenade, military crate, don't need that. I think I'm gonna bring the truck over. It's a really fun mental exercise. You know, what if the Skaven came to 40k? The really, really crazy part would be, I guess, simply acknowledging that the fact that if only a small group, 10 or more really, Skaven got onto Terra, then all of a sudden you would have an infested Terra. So that would be kind of fun. Will Warhammer episodes be longer like the old ones? No, it takes way more work. So, okay. Okay, so the reason Dragon Age story chapters and stuff like that were longer were because I honestly never thought that the channel would go beyond Dragon Age. When I started it, it was literally called Dragon Age Isekai. That was the channel name, was Dragon Age Isekai. And I never intended it to be anything other than that story. I was going to write that story and then just leave it there for perpetuity. People could come and find it and they would, you know, maybe enjoy it, maybe not. Doesn't really matter. I had the idea in my head and I put it out there. But as I was writing it, you know, and because I wanted it to be a really in-depth story and really get all the details out of my head for this one story that I had, I would write super long chapters. Chapters that went on too long, to be honest with you. A lot of them just blatantly went on for far too long. And it was never meant to be like a weekly thing. It was supposed to be a just a sort of I did it and what? There's more than one? Where's the other one? It's up there. Cheaters. Okay. But because of that, I would write super long chapters knowing full well that, it wouldn't matter if they were super long or not. And the, you know, I would get all the detail and stuff like that I wanted out of them. It would sometimes, like, there were, like, when I first started, I just spent my entire day sometimes just writing the chapters. And I would get super long chapters, like you see, but I wouldn't get, more concise storytelling. And then, people started like, not just watching the videos, but really enjoying them. And I think it was around, because I started posting them in November of 23. But I started posting them, and in December, I believe it was, or January, people started saying that they were hoping to see Merida go to other universes. And I hadn't considered that, you know? I hadn't really thought of bringing her to other universes. It was literally just supposed to be Merida and the gang for that one story. But people kept suggesting it in the comments, like, oh, I can't wait, I hope she goes to this universe. I hope she goes to this universe. So I had to think of a narrative in my head that would make it work for me and keep it interesting for me. And if it doesn't stay interesting for me, I tend to stop doing things, which I don't like that about myself, but it is just a thing where I have to kind of force myself to keep going and doing something if it's a project or something like that, because I am very squirrel brain. And the next shiny thing that gets my attention is the next shiny thing that just keeps my attention. And I just move on from whatever it is I was doing. So I thought of a narrative reason for Merida to jump through universes. And that reason is playing over for the first 11 stories. And then she'll go back to singular stories. So when April came around, I realized that because I had started putting out the chapters in a weekly format, and I realized that April 1st, a chapter was supposed to be dropped. So I was like, oh, cool, I'll just make a funny little what-if thing, and this is after I decided, sure, and figured out which universes I wanted her to go to. It was bound to be a success. This guy's passion many in your stories. I appreciate that. I'm glad people enjoy the stories as much as they do, and enjoy the character and the faded and everything like that. I really do. I am tickled pink about it. You can ask Crafty whenever like somebody puts out one of the really long comments on a video talking about how much they enjoyed it and how much certain things really like made sense to them, or they enjoyed like one of the little surprises or something like that I had planned and put out in a video as a narrative, like didn't expect this sort of thing to happen. It makes me so happy. But where's the big one? Oh, there we go. As the video was supposed to come out on April 1st, you know, April Fool's Day for the US. I don't know if you guys have that over there, but it's just a day to play pranks and stuff like that on people. I put out the first chapter of the Fallout Isekai, and it started off as like, if you watch the first episode, it's literally like starts off in the Dragon Age universe and then and jumps over to Fallout. And everybody's like, oh man, I know this is an April Fool's joke, but it would be so awesome if this was like an actual story, because I love Fallout and stuff like that. You know, that's what I kept hearing, and I was like, joke's on you guys. The joke is, it is the next story. And we just ran with it. 2 or 3 lifetimes tops. 11 and the universe was after. People keep asking me, like, I think you also mentioned Frostpunk. Oh man, I have just fucked up my truck. Damn. Well, by accidentally shooting it. Or this guy did by hitting it. Dang. It's a good thing I have those repair things. Push. Dang. Alright, let me see if I can't... I wish you could repair from anywhere, not just the front. Let me see if I can... Oh, there we go. Repair. There we go. But, I'm only writing universes that I'm familiar with. Like, intimately familiar with. So when people suggest games and stuff like that that she goes into, I'm happy to do it, but I will have to familiarize myself with those universes. So it's not like I'm intentionally ignoring certain requests or anything like that. It's just I don't know that universe. I want to be able to write a story that draws a lot of lore from those universes. I think I did a really good job with Dragon Age because I touched on tons of lore that most people don't really touch upon. Like the Titans and the Dwarves get left out a lot because they're just not the most popular race. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's why I've kind of settled into... I haven't settled into word counts. I've settled in... I've kind of like more disciplined myself to write what the chapter should be about and not overly more than that and not with more detail than is needed. One of the big ones that I think like a more egregious example of this would be I'm trying to think. The chapter in the Dragon Age story where they go to retake the very first Tig, and it was just it was so long. It did not need to be as long as it was, but I just kept, and like tons and tons of detail, like the formation of all the Brontos, and you know where certain units were just traveling along the road, stuff like that. That was a lot of unnecessary detail. But at the time, like I said, I didn't think there was going to be more than that, so if people didn't like the amount of detail, oh well. It doesn't matter because, you know, it's not like I was going to keep going. And then I kept going. So now, when I try and put myself on a schedule, I also have to acknowledge that I've given myself even more to do with each passing year, because I've also added in monthly bonus chapters. I've added in milestone chapters for like every 100 or so follows we get on YouTube, stuff like that. It does have a similar sort of vibe, doesn't it? The retaking of 8 Peaks and the retaking of the Tigs. Very, very similar in their narrative. So it wouldn't be the first time for Farron. Let's see the map. I'm going this way. Okay, if I take a right, I'll go up to the primary infestation. I'm going to come up here real quick and see if there's anything I can collect in here to repair my truck all the way to full again. This guy sees me though. Will I get this before he... I will, but unfortunately there's nothing to repair it with. gonna go in here and check. I found them in the shop counters before. Now, with the channel growing and everything like that, I have things that I would like to do that I'm not sure if I'll ever have time for. Or the money for. I'd love to get all the books, like, with the copyrighted stuff, all the stories changed so that the copyrighted words and names and stuff like that were gone, and get all of them published. But I would have to find a new publishing place, because the people that I went through the last time, I don't like the way they did things. That was unintentional. So I would like to put out more Merida books, but that would require a lot more funding. And I'm not there yet. In fact, the putting out that first book kind of hosed us financially this past year or so. And I don't want to have to go through that again if I don't have to. I'm sure Crafty agrees. As much as she knows I would, you know, and supports me being able to put the books out, you know. It's just one of those things. Exactly. Just got to be patient with it. Let it build itself on its own merit. I never honestly thought I would get to 1,000 subs on YouTube. But I'm at, what, 12, almost 1,300 now? I get a lot of my follows when I crank out a whole lot of stories at once. But cranking out a whole lot of stories at once is a lot of work. I could do it on a weekly basis, but that's difficult. And I don't want to fry myself out and burn myself out on writing the character and writing the stories, because they are something I enjoy, and I don't want to burn out from it. I don't want to George R. Martin anything. He wrote himself out to the point where I don't think he'll ever finish anything at this point. How many books are in that series now? 4 or 5?
Which series?
The Game of Thrones series. They have like 5 books out now. Oh,
I don't know.
Something like that. If I can put out more than the Game of Thrones series, I'll be happy. It's like they've all been... I did better than George. I finished all my stories. If I can say that, right? If I can say that. Am I as successful as George? No. But am I as successful as George? Yes. Didn't make as much money, but I did actually finish my work. So there's that. Okay, the secondary one is in there. Let's go ahead and clear out this extra house. Go ahead and take that. And doesn't hurt to eat something while I can. Anything in this? No. Well, maybe. Nothing. And this streaming just lets me, you know, talk with you guys and, you know, just enjoy discussing the projects.
Yay.
Seeing what you guys enjoy. Did you get something?
I got level 80.
Huzzah! I like bouncing ideas live off of you guys as well. That's a lot of fun. Where are you? Come on, you. Got it. Weapons locker. Okay. It's fun talking to people who enjoy the work. You know? One of our local bookstores is getting copies of the book in. So, I'm excited for that. This way. A little bit more. Oh, it's gotta be. Bam, got it. Cash and credits. Man, when I find that clown merchant, I'm gonna have so many credits now. How many do I have? 33? Yeah. I'll be able to get some cool stuff from him. Rip. Rip. You notice there's glasses, but there's never any sunglasses? Even though the thing for the eye slot is sunglasses. It's kind of funny to me. Alright, let's clear this house out and then we'll shoot up the secondary thing. Endless world building. That's the fun part about it, right? Making the stories happen, building up the lore. That's why I particularly enjoy writing the Witchling series. I've got so much back history and lore written about that one that will never, ever, ever, ever come into play. Make sure I have all 10 shots just in case. All right. Whoa! 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 Excuse you. Woo! You're still here somewhere. I know you are. That's what makes it really fun, is seeing how the story evolves. Sometimes things don't even go the way you were planning them. You start writing and you realize, actually, this would happen. Or you start writing knowing that something is going to happen, and then you just write something else because it just... that's how it feels like it should go. It's just the story kind of folds itself out that way. Yeah, that's just where it took you in that moment, you know? It's like, Merida wasn't even supposed to be the original main character of the series, or of the original story. The original main character was supposed to be Serena. And I had been thinking about it and going over it in my head and writing a few sample chapters, and then as I was going through all of the ideas, I got to the point where she, you know, I had the idea of the Fated. I didn't call them the Fated, but she got to the point where I did have the idea of all of them. Trying to think of how best to put it. all of them, all of the Dragon Age origin characters, all the origins being isekai people. And I got to the point where she went and met with Merida, because that was her character's name was always Merida, but she went and met with Merida, and they were discussing, you know, what all have you done so far, and every single time, Merida's answer was just better. Like, her adventures were better and more compelling, and she did more. She had to do more to help her people out. There was just more to do. And so that's what that's how Merida became the main character, is because I realized she's just the more interesting character. What is going on here? I got stuck on a log. Like, her struggles, her efforts, even as a princess, were just more interesting than Serena's were. Serena was obviously, you know, a noble, but as a human, she just, her story wasn't that interesting compared to Merida's. And once I realized that that was the case, I started going back over it in my head. I went over the story in my head again and thought to myself, how does this go now? How does this play out? And it just played out better. That was like the biggest turn of all the other stuff, was that Merida became the main character. And I think it was probably the best choice. I think that was probably the best choice that I made when I was preparing the stories. Where's Big Boy? You know he's around here. There's always a Big Boy. Question is where? I don't want him surprising me. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and save. Shoot. He surprised me anyway. Whew. Nice. Colonel's Revenge again. Guardian Muzzle Break. It's Exterminator. Muzzle Break. Not too bad, not too bad. Colonel's Revenge attachment, Colonel's Revenge attachment. Show attachments. It's already got one. Okay. Ammo, ammo, ammo. Hunting scope. 4x32 zoom. I'm pretty sure. But it's been a wild ride so far. I love that people are trying to guess what the overall narrative is. When people are trying to figure out who's going to show up in which story, who's going to be doing what's Seven's role in a specific story, and then the overall narrative. It's encouraging to see that play out, to see how people are enjoying it. All right, let's look at. We've got 2 more. Okay, if I go left and then right, keep going down. That's where the okay. You know what? I didn't actually start like that. I kind of did. But, like, at least for the Dragon Age story, it started as... Because, remember, I was coming from the perspective of Serena and not Merida. It was... What would Merida have done? Not how she would have done it or anything like that. It was what would her goals have been. And then it turned into how would she do it. Yeah, if you kind of curious about that. My curiosity is going to get the better of me. This is probably not a good thing. Wow. But if you read the book, obviously all the copyrighted names and everything like that are changed. But it's the same story. But it's... Can't believe I missed that one. When you read it, though, it's one of those things where you sit there and you're just like, this is similar to, but it isn't the actual story. You know, it's similar to Dragon Age, because it is. But there are so many different things happening in it that it's not the same story. It's sort of like how, what was it? 50 Shades of Grey started out as a Twilight fanfic. And then became 50 Shades of Grey. I mean, that author really lucked out, I think. Oh, shoot. We got a big boy. Parkour. So far, he's not noticing that I'm blowing holes in the back of his head. I'll take that, though. It's a fun process. I think we both enjoy it enough. Alright, big guy, what'd you drop for me? Some water. Nothing too major. Bloop. Are you into dark fantasy or high fantasy, low magic stuff? Or is it more sci-fi for you? Like when you do your writing? Looking for any other zombies that might be crawling around. Hello, Hannah. How are you? Ooh, you want some pet pets? Yeah, you get pet pets. You get pet pets. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, go away now, I guess. She said I got what I wanted from you. I'm done now. Another Colonel's Revenge. I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay, never mind. For a second there, I thought they were gonna let me get this tank, and I was like, yes, please? Lots of armor. No inventory slots. I favor inventory slots over armor. I won't even lie. Really? Pike and shot era. Originals about a blacksmith started. No one ever did. Is it more who am I trying to think of? I'm racking my brain now. That's what it sounds like when I have to think. I'm talking about like sort of like Robert E. Howard, Conan, Hyboria, sort of low fantasy, or you said medieval era. So it's would it be? Trying to think. Something comparable. Name's on the tip of my tongue too. I have probably one of his books sitting like right back here. Unless I moved it. Terry Brooks. It's right up there. Like in the style of Robert E. Howard or maybe Terry Brooks with low fantasy. I had to stop and look because I was like, I know I have it here somewhere. How to be light-footed. Grip. And I'll go up the stairs. And oh my gosh! swap over to the better close range weapon. Wow. I am just pressing all the wrong buttons at the wrong time. Okay. It's cool to find an observatory out here. That's what I'm talking about, like weird little attention to detail things. Ooh, military cases. Give me something good. Or don't. See if I care. The coyotes, they're coming here. Okay. I know, silly of me to just jump down like that, but... I'm a silly guy. Oh, I'm gonna need a splint after that as well. Can you play the piano? You cannot. Okay. Oh. Nobody up here with me? Okay. Abandoned high-tier crate. Ooh. Yes, please. What do we got? Thought you said high-tier. What game is this? This is Surrounded. It is a solo open world sandbox survival game against zombies. You're trying to survive the zombie apocalypse, but it never really ends. The story is what you make of it because there is no story. It's in early access right now. I've been enjoying it. Like, the main goal for me is to get rid of the infestation sites. And there's 3 infestation sites left. There's this one right here, this one down here, and this one way over here. Uh-oh. Hello? Crafty, could you type something in chat, please?
Which chat?
I don't care. Okay, there he goes. Never mind, never mind. You can craft your own base if you want to, or you can kind of take over an abandoned building. You can repair and find vehicles. One of the other fun things that we did the other day was we found like 4 or 5 vehicles, hitched them all together, and started
getting shot at.
Yeah, getting shot at, and some bandits started shooting at us, so it was a It was a chore getting them all back to the base, but eventually we did. It's entertaining. Let's open this real quick. Down here. Like that. Any others? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Any others after that? No. Okay, we're gonna splints, or good splints, I should say. Not so good splints, and then bring this down here. That there, 10, 10, 4. Bada bing. There we go. Well, that's because you keep trying to volunteer to work for free. We keep telling you not to. Because you're wearing yourself out. You're making yourself sick. You need to stop that. Take some time for yourself and relax. You're allowed to, you know. There's all those zombies walking on down the road. Clutches of zombies that drove or ran after my truck on the way here. What are they doing? What'd they get? I don't know. They were eating on somebody or something. Come back over here and check the thing. Oh, okay. It respawned. So that's good. We can... Nice. Take some time to repair it. Hold on just a second, replying to my son. There we go. Alright, we are on our way. We are almost back to the base already, where we will organize our loot, and then we got 16 minutes, maybe enough time to do one more of the infestations. A small one maybe. Gonna need that. Gonna need. I just swore I had a shirt. Yep, there it is. Also gonna need boots just in case. Wallet, compass. Exterminator. Kernels. Show attachments. Suppressor, okay. Just gonna toss all this stuff in here. Come back over this way to the tools. Materials. You have that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. She's done now. She got 2 seconds worth of pets in, so she's finished.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
This one should have an outfit in it, right? Yeah, okay. What about this? Yes. This one, outfit. Not quite. Gloves. There we go. No boots. There's that. Grip. Grip. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop this here. Grip. Grip. Alright. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for one more. One of those F it moments, right? We got this. Alright, we need to go... We can go to the right and then across the bridge. Go. Maybe. If I don't just get out of the truck at random. Go ahead and turn. Turn. One thing I do have to remember is that there's going to be a lot of people shooting at me over this way. So hopefully... How much cash do I have on me? 1,600? Thankfully, we're not too far from the vehicle trader. There we go. Why is it saying it has enough room if it doesn't have enough room? Hate that. Okay. Here we go. Ugh, the mist again. Trying to see through it is pretty crazy. And just stick to the side. Hopefully nothing decides to get in the way. There we go. Go ahead and salvage this vehicle. Come here, Heather. I see you approaching. Come on, get your pets in. There you go. Yeah. Get some more? Yeah. You done yet? No? Okay. Get those pets in. Okay. Sorry. Then we go back around this way. Just like making sure. Yeah. And then just take the left and follow the road around. I'm literally dodging shadows. Because I can't... Actually, hold on, you know what? I might be able to if I... Nope. I turned the lights on, and that's all I got. I didn't get any extra visual indication. So just like in real fog, shoot, your headlights are useless. Unlike in real fog, they're not a detriment. Woo. Roundabout. I didn't even see that thing. Killed a bear, apparently. Oh, 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 oh. Serpentine! Serpentine! Making sure I'm still on the right path. I am. Okay, I'm on the right road. Then I just stay on this road. Come on. Swerving. There we go. Whoa! Almost hit that car too, and there's another one. I hit that one. It's a good thing I bought those repair kits. I am not a fan of how much fog there is in the game all of a sudden. It's been multiple days of fog. Woo! Oh, this is it, right? This is it? This location? Yep. Bingo. What's up? Thank you. Secondary. Alright. Where'd you even come from, my guy? Nice. There we go. Popped him. How am I missing the dude that's not moving? Chunk, 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 chunk. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. Uh-huh. Kind of curious what's up with the zombie and the scuba dive equipment, but in my head I'm thinking that's got to be an interesting story of how he got there. this only have the one? Yes, it only has the one. Okay. So then... swap to the 308. Got it. Here's Big Boy. We don't trust it until Big Boy shows up. You're not Big Boy, but that just proves to me that there he is. There's Big Boy. My marksmanship skill is now level 9. The Lechy! Oh! The Lechy is a Winchester. Oh. I finally found it though. It's a good thing I've been saving all that 300. You know what? I'm glad I decided to keep going and do this last one. That's awesome. This is so awesome. The survivor thing, we already got that. Professional suppressor, I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. This can come with me so I can give it to one of my other things. There we go. Man, that was completely and totally worth it. So we're gonna go this way, take a left, and then another left. And home will be on the right. I mean, we put in some work today. I'm proud that I managed to get all this done in this session. And we've got 2 more infestation sites to go. Haters. Okay, I bonked one. That's my fault. No, 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 no. Keep driving. There we go. Thank you. Yep, and then we go all the way up this way and take the left. Should be okay in this radiation area because of the stuff that we have. Yep, okay. The only thing that can irradiate us, ironically enough, is hits from zombies now. So we can actually come into these irradiated zones and be good. There's the mall. These guys are going to start shooting at us because they are dickheads and they are just jealous of our amazing truck and our progress because we're just doing better than them. So when we get back to the base, we're going to have to repair the truck, but hey, that's why I bought all those repair kits, because I knew somebody would be shooting at us on the way there. The planning is unparalleled. Yep, there's the barbecue and guns place. Bum, 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 bum. It's gonna be on our right. Yep. Go ahead and repair this up. And one more because we want it in perfect working condition. There we go. We're going to go ahead and take some pills. Cure our radiation. Come over here and drink. Drink. And then eat. ourselves at 100% of everything. And there we go. That's going to be the stream for the night. Lots of progress. Only 2 more infestation sites to go. One there. And one here in New Richland. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me and talking, chatting up. We had some fun. We got some stuff done in the game. Huh? And I'll see you all tomorrow. Hope you have a good one. See you then.